We just had a short caucus, and now we'll do what we were charged to do at the beginning of this, and that is come forward with a statement that we hope is responsive to what's going on here this evening, and hopefully will have some effect along with the tramp, tramp, tramp of marching feet up to the State House and presentations at the State House, but we hope that this will have some effect along the way. After hearing testimony from the public in regard to this issue of trying and imprisoning 17-year-olds as adults, we believe that the quick repeal of this law is absolutely necessary. Our state should once again treat 17-year-olds as juveniles in the criminal justice system. Our society has chosen to treat them as juveniles in terms of voting rights, serving in the military, legal contracts, and in all other respects because they are in fact juveniles who are at a very different stage in life than an adult. The legislature must act quickly to reverse this detrimental policy, and in addition must undo some of the effects of the policy by undoing the adult records of juveniles who have been tried under the new law. It gives us great hope that so many legislators are committed to changing this law and are working to see it reversed. It gives us even greater hope to hear the eloquence that was put forward tonight from that microphone. As a society, it is our moral imperative to respond to crime in a fair and effective way. This new policy is neither of these. We have heard stories today of first-time juvenile offenders being treated like hardened adult criminals, of mothers forced to bear the horror of having their children imprisoned in high-security prison, and of a taxpayer's money being wasted on locking kids up when the money could be better spent working with them and educating them. We have heard from experts who have explained how juveniles are fundamentally different from adults in terms of their ability to be rehabilitated. And that's the expert, the doctor who testified, as well as any parent who's been up here this evening. We as a society must try and help them, not give up on them, for they are our future. This law was passed despite knowing all of this as an effort to save money. We have since learned that it does not even do that. Moreover, this law flies in the face of the state's legal obligation to protect all children, that is, people under 18. Also, it is a little known fact, and one that we learned here tonight, that the triggering age is not the age of the child when the crime is committed, but when law enforcement officials bring their charges. It is apparent to all who have looked at the consequences of this law that its harshest impact falls on the economically marginalized and on racial minorities. This panel makes the following recommendations. The legislature, which is meeting briefly at the end of this month, reverse this new law so that 17-year-olds are once again treated like juveniles in the criminal justice system. That the legislature restore the status of 17-year-olds in the juvenile justice system and create real savings within DCYF and the training school by coming up with a system that keeps 17-year-olds in the juvenile system but limits the amount of time they spend incarcerated if there are viable and more cost-effective alternatives. That the legislature, in addition, undo the adult records of all juveniles that have been tried as adults under the new law. We thank you all for your participation in this discussion and for your powerful testimony, and we hope we can all work together soon to put this unfortunate law behind us.